Hey, all you rusty freaks. Just a quick 5 tips today, and thanks to my patrons, and thanks to all my supporters, because especially since my hand is crippled, there's no way I'd still be doing videos regularly, so drop a comment just saying thank you, supporters, because there's people that buy from the Teespring store. And thank you so much for everyone that actually subscribes. It's not hard to do. And likes and comments. Everyone who comments, you guys have no idea how much you're helping my algorithm. Alright, let's get on with it. Alright, whether you're aware of it or not, there's new cliffs because of the graphics update, and I don't know why. They don't even look better. But anyway, there's a big problem with them, and that is they're much, much harder to climb. So I'm solving this problem for you. Ladders. From now on, keep all your rope, but they're cheap. It's only 300 wood, 3 rope. It's on your tier 1 bench. You can probably buy them off players now that we can buy directly from players through vending machines, you know, like at Outpost or at the Bandit Camp. Or you can directly blueprint it through, you know, the workbench. It's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 different things you need to learn to get to ladder. It's a total cost of 390 scrap. If you find a ladder, it's only 125 scrap to learn. But it is, I think ladders nowadays are essential, especially if you're going to be living by a cliff or if you're going to be running regularly, like back and forth to a monument, and there's cliffs there. I mean, check this next clip out, like tall cliffs especially. So check this out. And it's good to practice too. Go on a build server and practice placing them, because you can place them a lot higher than you would think by just looking at it. Usually it's only a couple of ladders to get really high, like 2-story bases and so on. And if I were living on a base at one of these like different levels, I would put them all over the place. You know, like instead of having to jump like this up a steep slope, just place a ladder like there. So you know, it takes so long to do those little bunny hops to get up steep slopes. Or if you had to run and imagine if you're fighting and there's someone above you or around the corner, if you can suddenly get up where they think you're going to have to go the long way around to flank them, it'd be so much better. Tip 2, the base that never gets raided. I'm not joking. I mean, of course I'm joking, but I'm almost not joking, because it's honestly like 95% of the time this design never gets raided. Now, I'm not talking about this design exactly. They always look different. Sometimes I've got that wood stuff on top. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes there's nothing up there at all. Just the entrance to the drop down. Sometimes I even put one of the triangles on the end of it. This is called the sausage base design. Someone like Stimpy or Mimeo made up that name for it. But it's essentially the same thing all the time, in that it's only 2 squares and 2 triangles. You drop down to these shotgun traps. So strong for such a small base. And the main reason it doesn't get raided is that people just pass it by as a starter base. And I've done a whole videos on this concept, this strategy. I mean, I'm talking about over 12,000 hours worth of collecting data on which bases get raided and which don't. I promise you, if you start adopting this strategy, it'll work. See, there's a lot of room. There's 4 big boxes, like small boxes. There's your TC. There's even a hidden fireplace in front of that TC. So good. I'm not going to harp on, because I've done this actual design many times. I've shown it as a separate video, and I've got 2 large videos on this tactic in a much more elaborated video, which has 20 do's and 20 don'ts if you want to survive or wipe. So I'm going to stop this tip here, because the tip is basically, excuse me, frog in my throat. Tip is basically just to always live in tiny, shitty little bases. Watch my videos on what's the most survivable base. The whole point is 2x2s are the most raidable. There's the lowest cost for profit ratio. Most people ignore bases that are smaller than 3 squares. 3 squares is about the limit. And I'm selling poverty, so that's why I've got wood up top. There's no goodies up here. Anything up here I'm willing to lose. But another thing I like to do sometimes is, let's say my base has visible skins, door skins. Like let's say this one had a door skin on it, that one does, and I've been in the area for a while with these door skins, or they can look through a window. Let's say they can look through these windows and see I've got a skinned door there. What I might like to do is just put a default door on. Of course, I get a skin for some reason, but I'll just put a default door on somewhere, and actually not even in there. I'll put it as far back as possible. So let's say this one is the default one, and I'll leave these open, and then I'll put a sign there. See, this is why you get budget videos from me. I could redo this and re-edit it, but I won't. Put it somewhere on an angle, like slapped down over a window, and then just write, suck it, or raid, or easy raid, or just easy, and then people will not take the chance to bother raiding it because they're going to have to go through stone, and it really does look like it's been raided. Now let's say that's someone's base, or a trap, or just a nasty auto turret in a bush somewhere, and you die. It could be your body there, it could be a friend's body, it could be this horse that you put stuff on. And you want to retrieve your stuff, but there's an auto turret there. What do you do? Oh, that's not good. Alright, let's say you're safe here. Okay, so this is what you do. Always bring more placeables than you're going to need. And overlap them. So not like this, because then it's going to see you in between the gap. But overlap. It works much easier with big placeables, but I'm showing you with small placeables so that you can do it. See, for a second, I was even visible, but the auto turret doesn't react that quick. And don't go immediately after it's fired, because while it's fired, it's still locked onto you, but now it's doing this again. It's scanning again. So if you are going to run past it for a split second, give it some time to start swinging again. And like mark in your mind where it is. Like I know. Oh, I can even see it there. I know it's right there. So I know that that's going to be overlapping. And then try to get it as far as you can. Oh. You don't want to get hit. And then you just work your way closer and closer, but you can do it with anything. I really don't need to show you how easy it is, because with these it makes it way too easy. With the big walls like that, it's just, a child could do it. But if you're doing small barriers, you've got to be really careful, because with these, just crouching isn't enough. It depends on the terrain too. You need to look down, right? And then, why isn't that working? Okay, there we go. Then you can look up while crouched down. Okay, what's going on? Why can't I crouch and outlook? Is this the changes they made to outlooking? Anyway, I'm going to try it now. Alright, so I'm good there. And you can use barriers like that. You can use the square ones, all sorts of things. And remember, you can use other items. It could be a furnace. It doesn't matter. Just use whatever you've got. Okay, this is bad because I placed it. See how I placed it there? So now I would use something taller. And if I can't, then I'm going to have to go the long way around. But anyway, you get how this works, right? I'm not going to keep doing this. It's pretty obvious how it works, right? Where's the horse? Oh, they despawn quickly on this server, but so there I'd be able to retrieve my stuff and then go back the same way. Just keep looking back if you need to. You can safely get away. Alright? tip number 5. The reason I'm mentioning this one is because horses are so unbelievably OP for solo players. You have no idea. I made a whole video about it. Check it out. Should pop up in the top right corner now. Yeah, I'm not going to go into it, but the mistake I see a lot of people who do use horses making, especially early game, is that they don't build a little horse stable before they find a horse. So as soon as you got your starter base down, or your base that you planned on converting into your main base, put a little stable right near it or next to it or attached to it, so that when you do find a horse, you can ride it straight back into the stable. There's about 10 reasons why they're OP. Watch the video. That's it. Thanks for putting up with me for so long. I really didn't mean for it to go for 10 minutes. And enjoy. Ask me any questions in the comments, or whatever video you want to watch next. Peace, love, and mung beans. Don't forget, if you want to support me, check the description. Paxus out.
Paxus, can you not raid my base? Paxus, can you Paxus?
Hey, you rusty freaks. Freak, 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 freak.
Paxus, can you not raid my base?
Freak, 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 freak. Console quits you out of the game way faster than like leaving the server and then going through the menu and quitting. Just type quit into the console and Rust is gone.